A Page Six article came out this weekend that continues this narrative that Nicola Peltz Beckham and Victoria Beckham do not get along. This is Brooklyn's wife. They were just recently married, and there were some rumors that things were a little icy at the wedding, that there was maybe some conflict going on at the wedding, but that was kind of, I would say, brushed under the rug compared to just people admiring the pictures and, oh, what a happy day. And they got married. But now this has kind of reiterated the fact that these two do not get along at all. They butt heads. They don't really communicate. Brooklyn doesn't see his family that much these days because of it. And Nicola has definitely alluded to these issues, I would say, since the article came out. Not directly, but enough on her Instagram where it's like, okay, something is definitely going on.
Nicola was confirming that something was going on this past weekend. I live for this drama. I don't know why. I find it incredibly interesting that they hate each other. I just don't see why. Like, I think it's a classic case of a boy mom getting very jealous of her son's new wife. I find it very weird.
We're living out the plot of Monster-in-Law.
Yeah, like it's so typical, but also very strange. Apparently, Nicola didn't really want Victoria Beckham having a lot to do with planning the wedding, which I feel like is kind of fair in some way. Like, you don't want her to control the wedding. Of course, you want her to have a little bit to do with it. And then Victoria Beckham was mad that people were calling Nicola the new Mrs. Beckham. She didn't like that at all. So it's just like a lot of petty drama, it seems. And then Nicola posted a picture on her Instagram of her crying, saying, I never post these moments, one of those classic, like, we all have those days. And then she posted a picture on her story with her dad saying, thanks for always having my back. So some shit's definitely going down, because you wouldn't post thanks for always having my back if nothing was happening to you. Her dad has to be having her back about something, and that something is the drama that's going on with the Beckhams. Now, do I think that David Beckham approves of any of this that's going on? No, because David Beckham has been commenting on Brooklyn Beckham's Instagram posts. And I think he's probably like, oh, can't we all just get along? He didn't comment that, but he's like commenting very friendly stuff. Makes it seem like they're all okay. They're not all okay. Victoria Beckham and Nicola Peltz hate each other. Allegedly.
I do think it is very interesting, because honestly, it does fall into like Monster-in-Law plot territory. But Posh Spice she's Posh Spice. And I think she is iconic and one of a kind. And when you are told how amazing and beautiful and talented you are for years and years and years and years and years, and you're like, you're Mrs. Beckham, like, you're Posh Spice, and you're married to David Beckham, and you have this beautiful family, like, that vanity gets in your brain, like, that soaks in. So I could totally see her seeing people calling Brooklyn like the new, calling Nicola the new Mrs. Beckham, and her being like, there's only one Mrs. Beckham, and it's me. And no, I know it is crazy. It is sad. And I know it is very dramatic, but you also kind of wish that it's like not true. You also wish that like she's a woman enough to be okay with her son's wife. They're very young. This is like, they got married very young. This is very formative years for them. And that's not easy to have your fucking husband's mom be like so against you.
I think that's why it's fucked up. And that's why I'm team Nicola and Brooklyn, because I'm like, they're so young. You can't be like, I would be like, I'm so young. Why is she being so mean to me? Like, I think, like, you've had your years of being Mrs. Beckham. You're still the Mrs. Beckham. Like, relax, just be happy for them. It seemed like when they were dating, and then they first started dating, that like they got along and they would like pose together. And you know, they looked all happy. It just seemed like when they got married, things went downhill. And apparently Brooklyn had, you know, he hasn't talked to his family much, which is also very sad. But I think that Victoria Beckham, from what I'm gathering, is being mean to her. Like, I think it's Victoria Beckham's fault.
Right. And we are making that, we're getting to that decision because Nicola is the one sharing things. And anytime you see a young girl, you know, posting crying pictures on Instagram and writing a caption of like how she's always been so tough and she never shows this side of her and she gets sad, it's like, okay, the timing of that is very interesting. And we haven't discussed it too much because there has been speculation on something going on between them for a while. So now at first you read that like a first couple times and you're like, oh, this is like an easy tabloid story to go with. Daughter-in-law and mother-in-law don't get along. Like that's tale as old as time. And so it's kind of easy to kind of be like, I don't know, that could be just like made up drama for clicks. But now it's been discussed multiple times, more and more stories, more thoughts about it, Nicola's posts, and now it kind of feels like there is something going on. So it's just, that's some serious family drama right there.
It really is, and I am intrigued.
Yeah.